Name a bad actor. Who do you think is a bad actor?
A bad actor. Ugh.
Who's in your top 20? Who's in your top 5? 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll give you a few suggestions.
Yeah, what?
Kevin Costner.
Yes.
Now, these are people who have been picked as the top 25 worst actors of all time.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner was in Dancing with Wolves.
He's good.
Dancing with Wolves is really good.
And he's in that new, not the new show, but what is it, Yellowstone?
Oh yeah, I don't watch that shit.
I don't either, but a lot of people do. It's in its 5th season.
It had like 22 million people tune into it.
Yeah,
season
it's crazy.
22 million people.
Yeah, and I don't care. I love Dancing with Wolves.
I love Dancing with Wolves too. And Dances with Wolves was not bad either. Jaden Smith. Poor Jaden Smith.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him act enough to really.
I can't, yeah.
Keanu Reeves. Okay, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
He's not a good actor.
Oh.
He plays Keanu Reeves in every movie. And I mean, he's a little like. He's a wonderful human being. He does a lot of good.
Seems cool.
He's been in some cool movies. Matrix was a good fit for him because he kind of had to seem like a little bit like this nudnik who was just waking up from a dream, right? Mm-hmm. And then when he wasn't talking, he could seem like a badass. So I think it was a good fit for him. But there are a lot of movies where he's pretty bad. M. Night Shyamalan. Well, he's a director, but he is in all of his own movies.
And I don't really get his movies.
It's not that good. Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades of Grey. Let me tell you, I can confirm that Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades of Grey, all 3 of them, which I've seen because Astrid has pulled me to all 3 of them, for 2 of them, for 2 Valentine's Days in a row. I ended up having to go see 50 Shades of fucking Grey and 50 Shades of fucking Grey 2 or whatever it was called. I was the only, and I mean the only person with a penis in that room that I could tell with a penis in that room. And there were a couple other, there was like a couple of gay guys, a couple. They were holding hands. They were sitting right next to us. Uh-huh. It was a crowd. I mean, it was full to the brim. People were like hanging off the rafters to see the release of this movie, and I was the only guy in there. And I can tell you right now, not that I cared. I didn't give a shit, right? Yeah. About being the only guy in the room. I'm comfortable like that. I'm good like this like most of my life. The movie itself was horrible, and it was horrible.
Is he the guy that plays the guy?
Christian Grey.
Okay.
That's right. He is horrible. He is so bad in this movie. It is so fucking bad. Now, he just got nominated, I think, for an Oscar for Belfast, which is a movie he might have directed and written.
Right, I saw the preview for that, but I haven't seen the movie.
Okay, but just know that if we're basing this simply on his first 3 movies as a starring, in a starring role, he's horrible. Have you never watched any of those movies?
I did not.
If you want to laugh, if you want to fucking giggle, watch 50 Shades of Grey, any of them, and you'll realize just how stupid a movie can be. Because, you see Dakota Johnson naked every 15 seconds, and she's a beautiful woman, right? That's a great reason to be in the movie theater.
Right.
But Jamie Dornan, who's also got a great body, is so bad at acting. It's
really,
it's as if they never screen tested the guy, and they have no chemistry.
And this was one of the biggest movies to come out of a book.
Huge. Yeah. They made like $1.5 billion off of those stupid movies, and the 2 of them have zero chemistry on screen together. Zero.
I did hear that.
Yeah. It's not convinced. I'm not convinced at all that those 2 want to have sex with each other, or they even like to watch each other naked. Now, if I was in a room with Dakota Johnson, or maybe even Jamie Dornan, because he's a handsome dude, right? But the 2 of them together, it's just an awkward. We've all seen those couples.
Yes.
We've all been those couples.
Yes.
Right? Where you just like, well, I don't really like you, but
we're gonna see where this goes.
Yeah, I need some practice. I'll hang out with you for a couple days. I'll get you off, you'll get me off. We'll call it a day. But then that doesn't even work. It's just uncomfortable. Yeah, we've all been there. Mark Wahlberg. I like him. I don't
go see a movie because of him, but the ones that I have seen of him are pretty good.
Boogie Nights. He's great in Boogie Nights.
Yes,
and he's great in The Departed. Mm-hmm. Other movies, I can see why you might think that.
Well, he was just in Stepdad or something.
Oh,
I watched that over a holiday
with Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Yeah.
With my
Did you
family.
like it?
I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute.
The Other Guys, isn't he in The Other Guys too? Didn't him and Will Ferrell do a series of movies, and one of them was The Other Guys, I think.
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
I haven't seen him.
Owen Wilson. I
just ran into him on the Beltline the other day.
You did?
Yes, he passed right by us. I like Owen. Now, not every movie you do is going to be a smash, but
true.
I mean, Starsky and Hutch and Zoolander And he was just in Loki, which is that Disney
Oh, that's
show
true.
too. He's good in
That's
that.
true.
I like him.
The Bottle
I like him.
Rocket.
The
Bottle Rocket.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson and
All the Wes
Royal
Andersons.
Tenenbaums.
Royal Tenenbaums for
he
sure.
is brilliant.
Yeah.
He's so good in that movie. You passed him. Did he look? He looked good.
He
looked
looked
healthy?
great. Yeah, he had a big smile on his face, a hat on, no
say
real
hi to him?
disguise. I wanted to, but then
Were other people saying hi to him?
no.
No?
So he was just a normal guy.
Yeah.
He
A
blended
normal
right
guy
in.
with a nose that you could figure out from a mile away.
Jeff spotted him.
Tell him to call me next time. David Spade. Yeah, David Spade's not a good actor.
Yeah.
He wasn't even good in Saturday Night Live. He was funny because he had this weird look on his face, right? I think
He's funny in Tommy Boy, but again,
Tommy Boy.
plays the same kind of person and everything.
But that's like a Laurel and Hardy type situation
It is, yeah.
where, honeymooners. It's where, Ralph and whatever his name is, the other guy crammed it. Hey, you're Ralphie boy. Our audience has no idea what we're talking about right now. They're like, who? Kirk Cameron.
Yeah. I mean, I liked him in Growing Pains, but that was 30 years ago.
I don't have a fucking thing to say about Kirk Cameron.
I know. What else?
What an asshole! I one time listened to it. I made it into a bit, but I listened to a seminar of his.
Oh,
where
he's doing
he
seminars.
said that you shouldn't eat Chinese food because Chinese people were monotheistic. They didn't believe in a god. What? And so you shouldn't eat Chinese food. You were celebrating monotheism.
Yeah, I did hear that he went kind of crazy with the religious.
Kirk Cameron's a fucking moron. Let's just all admit it. Why do we continue to peddle this guy's bullshit? Why do you go and watch his movies?
What about David Schwimmer? Are you a David Schwimmer fan?
David Schwimmer's kind of I mean, I guess in Friends, he fit the role.
Friends.
Yeah, but what other
else?
movie? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's get back to Kirk Cameron. Why are we making his movies still? Why are people paying to make his movies? Why do people watch his YouTube videos?
I'm not paying to see him.
How do people pay him to go give a fucking, a commencement speech and all this other bullshit? It makes no sense to me. The guy's an idiot. He talks like an idiot. He looks like an idiot. He was in one show, one time, Growing Pains, which wasn't that good, I'll mind you. Was not that good. And then he wouldn't even, but that's his wife now. The girl who he was in love with on the show is now his wife. But he wouldn't bone her until they got married.
That's right. They were very religious.
Fucker. Hulk Hogan. Please, Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Tyler Perry. Ooh, that's like sacrilege here in Atlanta.
Yeah, no, I like Tyler Perry a lot.
Yeah. I haven't seen enough of his movies, to be honest, to give, but he plays those two characters. You must have some acting skills, and they make a ton of money. Yeah. All those movies, the Medea movies.
He does a lot of good too for the
He does. I wish he'd do a lot of good and give me one of his houses.
Yeah, right.
Tyler, I'm waiting for you, buddy. Or one of your planes. Yeah. We'll take one of your planes. Remember when we talked about how we would want a plane and it would break down all the time? We'll take your old plane, Tyler. Yes. And you're welcome to come on the show anytime. We
would have him for sure.
Brendan Fraser. Well, now,
the Mummy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's all pretty bad. It's all pretty bad. Yeah. But Brendan's making a bit of a comeback.
He is. Yeah. I saw that recently.
Steven Seagal is hands down one of the worst actors of all time. He's got to be. There's not a fucking thing that Steven Seagal is in that is good. He just looks cool when he's kicking shit. When he was younger.
Ponytail.
Yeah, now he looks like a fat Lego man walking around. He is so
I haven't
weird.
seen him recently. But that begs the question then, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What about him?
I think he's a better actor than Steven Seagal. I gotta be honest.
He might be better at martial arts, that's for sure.
He looks better doing it. Steven always looked very, he'd like do a karate chop and then he looked like he was out of breath. He'd be like, whoosh. I need some water. Cut! I'm the director. Cut! And remember he had a television show one time? Do you remember the television show he had? Where he became like a New Orleans sheriff's officer? He became an honorary New Orleans sheriff's officer, and he had this television show. He's bringing the camera crew around while he was like, busting people for selling drugs and all this.
Yeah,
and then
right.
The people who got busted.
It was a reality show.
It was a reality show. The people who got busted started suing the New Orleans Police Department. Like, he's not a real cop. It's Steven Seagal. And they won. I guess some people got out of jail there. The judge was like, "You're right.
It's Steven Seagal.
He's Steven Seagal. He's a pretty bad actor." Acquitted. Hayden Christensen. Poor Hayden Christensen. You do one movie and your whole life is ruined. Yeah. But he is a pretty bad actor. Taylor Lautner. I'd never seen it. Never seen any of those
Oh,
movies.
you didn't see the Twilight
No,
movies?
what is that? Willow or what? Oh, it's Twilight?
Twilight, yeah.
No, I've never seen
Vampires,
it.
yeah. I loved the books.
Yeah, I just felt like the movies were a little too cheese-tastic for me.
They were.
You know?
Young adult.
And like, the special effects didn't even look good in that movie to me. It didn't look realistic at all.
Yeah.
Now I realize
That's
it
why I
was
like
10 or
the
15
books,
years ago.
because you can imagine it in your brain.
And what's her name? Kristen Stewart?
She's gone on to become a huge actress.
star.
She's in the new one, The Spencer. I want to see Spencer.
Oh, yeah. And I think she's really good actress, too.
I think she is, too.
But she's very sad and sultry.
She does, play
in
those.
That, but no, I mean in those movies in particular, the couple pieces that I've seen, she's always so. What is it? Jake, Elwood. What are the names? Jake and Jackson, or what is it? Team Jake, Team. What was it?
Yeah.
Team Jake and Team Edward.
Yes.
Jake, Edward. She's always this. I don't know. It seemed like she was going to throw up or something. No, Nicolas Cage.
Well, he's been tossed around as that for a long time, but the man is versatile.
He plays many different versions of Nick Cage.
Many different. In fact, I've read about this. Yeah, many different versions of himself. I just watched the one movie, Pig.
How was it?
It was good.
Is that like where he goes on a murderous rampage because someone stole his pig? Is that really?
Yeah. I mean,
but it got like an Academy Award, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. It's interesting, but it's Nick Cage playing Nick Cage.
I think
a version of Nick Cage.
I think Nick Cage, Nick Cage has an interesting career, right? He just wants to get away from his uncle. He doesn't want to have anything to do with his uncle.
Oh, that's true, because it's
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yes.
So he doesn't want to have anything to do with his uncle, so he changes his name and he won't allow Francis to pick up the phone and call anybody about anything.
Right.
He's doing and not to say that maybe Francis was like, you're a bad. I don't think you should be.
Thank God you don't want me to call anybody.
Thank God you don't want me to call anybody, because I probably wouldn't call anybody. I'd be like this, just pretend like you're talking to me. Hey, Steven Spielberg? Yeah, it's me, Coppola. Pretend like you're talking to me. Oh, that's a shame. Well, Nick couldn't get you in that movie. So I think he's become so so he has this like bang up start to his career. He's in these Leaving Las Vegas, and
Peggy Sue got married. One of my favorites is Raising Arizona, which is just like a super brilliant movie. Coen brothers.
Yeah, the Coen brothers. And then he has a couple of these strings of whatever that is, the Constitution or whatever. What was that called?
Yeah, the National Treasure.
National Treasure.
And then he was also in Face Off.
Face Off was so bad. So Face Off.
Let's switch faces.
Let's switch faces. The only way to get out of this, Colonel, what are we going to do? The only way I see out of this, switching faces. Put me in a chair. I'm ready to do it. It's so bad. The premise was so bad.
Yeah.
So many people love that movie. I hate it. I won't even watch 2 minutes of it. But he's in these movies, these huge blockbusters, and he just gets too famous too fast, like a lot of people do. And then he has a couple of, kind of bumps in the road. But Nick never stops working, mainly because he's in debt. He's like, I got to pay for this fancy lifestyle. So he never stops working. He takes every movie that comes across his desk. He's one of those guys who says no to nothing. Yeah. Bad movie, don't care. Good movie, don't care. If it keeps me working, I'm going to keep working. And now all of a sudden, just like Brendan Fraser, he's like back in vogue. It's like, Nicolas Cage.
Right.
You got to see this video of him.
He's so bad he's good.
He's so bad he's good. That's right. You got to see this video of him right after, I guess he got a divorce recently.
Yeah.
He was singing karaoke in some bar in LA. You have got to see this video. He is so hammered, and he's just running around. He's just like acting he's acting Nick Cage, right? And drunk Nick Cage. Gotta watch it. Rob Schneider. I never thought Rob Schneider should ever be in any movie.
I agree.
Why are we putting Rob Schneider in a leading role?
Agree.
Yeah, there are so many other people who deserve a leading role. Rob Schneider is not one of them.
Yes.
But yet, and unlike most of these other people we're talking about, I cannot pick a movie which I say, well, he is a bad actor, but there's this one exception.
Right.
Well, I guess he's Adam Sandler's friend. So Happy Madison has made all of these movies. But I can't, what is it? Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, Hot Chick. Hot Chick is a hot steaming pile of shit. They should call it Hot Shit is what they should call it. Not like hot shit, like you're hot shit. Like hot shit. Uh-oh, there's hot shit on the floor. Someone's got to pick it up. It's so bad. It is so bad.
It is really bad.
Yeah.
I accidentally caught it like a while back, probably pandemic times.
Yeah.
Flipping around, I accidentally caught it and I was like, no.
Yeah. No. I mean, I have met 3-year-old boys that play a worse woman than he did on Hot Chick. It's so bad. Just stop it already. Yeah. Rob Schneider.
Did he start off at Saturday Night Live?
He was yeah.
Okay.
He was the copy man, making copies.
And did he do Night at the Roxbury?
No. That was the other guy. He's a total douche. That guy's a total douche. He should never rear his ugly head again. I can't even remember his name. What was his name? Jason something. I don't know. Oh, now I got to find out. Hold on 1 second. Let's go back to the Google machine.
Yeah, he's bad too.
Night at Roxbury. His name is Chris Kattan. He's a douche. He's a douche. And he talks shit about. I saw him. He was talking shit about people on Saturday Night Live, and he was saying that Will Ferrell blah. Yeah, just a douche.
Yeah,
and and he's got that weird plastic face that he has. Right. You know what I'm saying? He played a monkey, a copy machine that one time, and all of a sudden he gets his own movie. Now, Will Ferrell is clearly the genius behind all of that, right? But I will have to say this about Rob Schneider, except although I don't believe Rob Schneider should be involved in any movies moving forward, he does have this television show on Netflix called The Real Rob.
Oh,
have you seen it?
Okay.
I
have not seen it, but I've passed it.
Yeah, this is not as good as David Hasselhoff has done a few of these. He plays himself in a television show, and it's total comedy, right? And David Hasselhoff, I can't remember the name of the show. It's on BBC. It is so good. David Hasselhoff is so good at playing himself.
Yeah.
It's so funny, right? Because he takes himself so seriously, and everybody else around him is just, cutting it up.
Yeah.
Rob is not as good. It's not that kind of connection comedy-wise, but it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not as bad as...
not bad show.
No, not as that bad as Deuce Bigelow.
It's a 40% good?
Yeah, he's it's like a...
50?
It's like a warm deuce instead of a hot deuce. You know what I mean? Okay, Pauly Shore. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
well.
I think even Pauly would admit that, that I met Pauly Shore one time. He asked me for cigarettes. I was 13 years old. Just say. No, Pauly was nice. Chuck Norris. Well, I'm not going to say that out loud. No, there's no reason. Eddie Griffin.
Who's that?
The guy who starred in Undercover Brother.
What's that?
He's the
Undercover Brother.
It's a black guy who used to be on Saturday Night Live, and he's a comedian. I actually thought Undercover Brother was kind of funny.
I haven't seen that, and I don't maybe if I saw his picture.
Okay. Well, I don't even know who this is. Alan Baugh? Who's Alan Baugh?
I don't know.
He was in Birdemic, Shock and Terror. Oh, Birdemic. Oh, we're gonna do a movie about this. Birdemic is made by a Japanese director, and it's considered the worst movie of all time, the worst movie of all time, except for this one, of course, Tommy Wiseau. And that you have never seen the movie, The Room.
I've heard about. I read a whole article
where he
about
masturbates.
Yeah, I saw a whole thing about him. This has been a year or so ago.
It's me, Tommy.
Yes.
I'm here to masturbate.
Yeah, he self-funded the whole thing.
He self-funded the whole thing. No one knows where he got his money.
Yes.
There's some weird lady involved. Right. He had a couple of these hot, actresses that obviously were having a hard time acting themselves, but he just get them naked. And then one scene he's masturbating and he's God. I love you. I love you, darling.
I thought considered the worst movie.
I think Birdemic has now taken that because Birdemic is it more recent? It's more recent.
What's that about?
I don't know.